Okay. It's the 2nd of May, the day after Beltane, the start of summer. And I don't know, I was walking through the woods and I thought this would be a nice thing to do. Come on here, say hi, and have a chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. It's lovely to be talking to you. Okay, so what am I going to do with this time? I have not planned this. I would like to, I'd like to answer some questions. I think that would be a fun thing to do. So let me see how I actually do that. Okay, here they are. Oh my. There's quite a few. I think I will start with maybe this one. How does it work? Yeah. What gave you the inspiration for Someday? Hey. Oh, this is so nice. Someday, the first song on this EP, is a song about time. It seems like a love song, and in many ways it is. But more than it is about a person, it's about time. The first line, for example, I say, someday we'll be young again. Already trying to establish a kind of paradox. Like one day, like in the future, we'll be young again. Obviously, you're young in the past. So that's already like, okay, what's going on? It's this dream. It's about something impossible. One day we'll be young again. And I'll ask if you see who I am. You'll tell me love is easy and that the world is in our hands. That's this one day. It's all going to be fine again, you know? One day it's all going to be okay. And then we switch. But for now, bang, that line. It goes a bit darker in the music as well. But for now, you read me like them. The ones who are cold and unkind. Brutal. We're in this moment. We're not in this impossible place someday when we're young again. You know, we're not there. But for now, you read me like them. The ones who are cold and unkind. While I wish you could change my mind, even more I wish your mind had never changed. No, that's not how it goes. It's while I wish I could change your mind, even more I wish your mind had never changed. That's really what the song is about, actually. It's just that line. That's the whole song, I would say. That line there. While I wish I could change your mind, even more I wish your mind had never changed. And it's a really personal song for me, that one. It's about that happening in a really important relationship in my life. And just, we changed, you know? That person changed. And as much as I wished that I could change their mind, change them, even more I wish that they had never changed, because I really missed who they used to be and what my connection with them used to be like. Whew. This is quite strange, but I'm happy to be doing it. It's funny talking into my phone like this. But I see this chat at the bottom. I see there's people there. What do these buttons mean? Wave. I can wave at you. That's cute. So yeah, the way I understand it, you can ask me anything. Look, the question has just come in. How do I look at the question now? Give me a second. There's a new question here. It says, does the earth feel different after you experience playing outside? Yes. Okay, let's just go. Wow, there's quite a lot here. I'm just going to go top to bottom, I think. Okay, let's do this one. This is from Seb. What kind of drums and how did you work the percussive strumming into the production? Drums. Let's talk about drums. Drums is quite a new thing for me. On Zephyr, my first EP, there was no drums, no percussion whatsoever. And then when I started working on Old One, I really started to have this like appreciation and love for drums and percussion. The oldest instrument, we can pretty safely say, you know? It's such a primordial, powerful thing. So I really wanted to start playing with drums. And that's why Old One was the first time I tried that. Old One, I'm speaking to the old, the ancient, you know? And so drums felt like a good thing to do. But after that, I just had the bug. And so in this song, Savior Sadist, that was another one where I wanted to dig in to percussion. And it's been really fun to do that. For any music nerds amongst you, that song, Sadist, is in a very fast 5/8. Or you could say it's in 4/4, but in quintuplets. Dagga dagga da dagga dagga da dagga dagga da dagga dagga da 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. I could try to strum it on my jacket. Yeah, you know. That's the speed. Dagga dagga da dagga dagga da dagga dagga da dagga dagga. That was the first thing I got with that song, was that rhythm. Before words, before a melody, before everything, I just had this kind of... I felt like there was some energy, some vital kind of animal thing in that rhythm that I wanted to explore. And I spent ages trying to put a melody on it. I had so many different melodies that I tried. They were crazy, really fast melodies that were really busy, loads of other things. In the end, it was funny. It was so funny. I was about to record the original melody that was very complicated. And then I thought, why don't I just try and double the vocal with the guitar rhythm? And that's what I did. And that is what is in the song. Dang, 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 jagga, 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 to make me more like someone. Then it all kind of landed. I was like, that rhythm is the heart of this song. And it was nice to play on like, that song's all about dualism. I don't know why I'm so interested in that. I always have been. In the mind and the body, the light and the dark, yin, yang, day, night, the city, the forest, the ancient, the new, you know. I'm so interested in those things. And that song, Savior, Sadist, is very obviously an exploration of that even more. Those two parts that are in all of us, you know, the parts we save ourselves and we tear ourselves down every day. We are both the teller and the story told, the fire and the water that extinguishes it. We are all of those things at once. And that song is about that feeling, being pulled in all those directions at once. But the end of the chorus tries to kind of... what does it try and do? That's the feeling of the verse. Make me more like, make me like someone I'm not. I'm building and then I'm breaking, I'm giving, I'm taking. The savior and sadist both sell me the same thing. You know, it's this real frustration. And that frustration continues into the chorus, you know. The life not lived, the road unworn, the shadow beside me, the rose's thorn. I'll never know, and no one can. But then here you get this kind of moment of hope. All I have is now, and now is all I am. This is what we are, right here, right now. So that's what that song is about. What was the question? I went a bit off there, didn't I? Rhythm parts. So yeah, drumming, I just wanted to add to the dang, 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 dang. And I'm really excited to play that one live and just dig into that super hard. I got a new question here. Let me say hi as well. Who's here? Hey guys. It's such a funny thing, isn't it? In a live stream on Instagram. But it's nice. Where do the new questions go? Do they go at the top or the bottom? I think they just go in randomly. Maybe they're alphabetical. Let's do this one. A nice chill one. Please talk about the saxophone part in Summer Rain, how it came to be. That saxophone part is played by Jordan Smart, who is in Mammal Hands, Vega Trails, two bands that I love. I met him in London, and we went in the studio and we wrote that bridge together from scratch. We just talked about the feeling of that song. we talked about so many things, and it was really nice. We kind of did it really piece by piece, and it kind of emerged kind of line by line. We played that, we harmonized that, harmonized that on the sax, wasn't it? One challenge with that though was we had to do a key change in the instrumental, because I wanted to end the song up a fourth on the guitar, so sing it down a fifth. And so it was quite a challenge to kind of tie the key change into the instrumental in a way that was natural and not annoying, because it's supposed to feel like, standing with your eyes closed, looking at the sky and rain falling on you, but summer rain. It's warm, you're not cold. It's kind of beautiful. It's like a cleansing, euphoric, peaceful feeling. So that's what we were kind of reaching for, was that feeling of looking at the sky and the rain coming down. And Jordan's great. I'm a real fan of Jordan, so it was a real pleasure to work with him. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Onwards. On we go. Look at the mist, by the way. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? I thought it was fitting to do this at dusk, so here we are. The sun has just gone down. Yes, mammal hands indeed. Okay, I'm going back into these questions, and I'm going to find another. Give me an awkward moment here. What is this one? Something or someone that had a big impact but could be overlooked or not known by listeners. I'm not sure. I mean, I think a lot of people know about my relationship with Jasper. Not romantic relationship, working relationship. That feels pretty romantic at times. It's a very deep thing, working on music with someone. But Jasper, who produced this EP, he had a huge effect on it, of course. So for anyone that wouldn't know that, that would be a shame, like that was a huge part. I would say that Jasper is someone that had a massive effect that some people wouldn't know. But I think most people that know do know about Jasper. Okay. What other ones do we have here? What does this say? What are you proudest of, sound-wise, but also generally? Ooh. That's hard. I'm too English now. I grew up in New Zealand. When I was there till I was 14 years old. And when I was a kid, I could have absolutely answered that very easily. But now I've been in England for some years. We don't really say things like that, but I'm sure I can try. What am I proudest of? Honestly, my favourite song is probably Wildflower. I know it's not the big moment. That's kind of Sadist. I know it's maybe not the most overtly emotional one, like Someday. It's not chill like Summer Rain, but for me, Wildflower, I really love how that sounds. I love how it's like small but big. It's acoustic, but it has this kind of power from the electronics. It's got like dust and dirt in it, but it also feels really present and full. Sonically, I'm really proud of that song and where it got to. It's the one that if I have a really good sound system, I'll listen to that song. Because, yeah. So Wildflower, probably. The sonics and the feeling of that one is probably what I'm most proud of. Yeah. How did I create? What does this say? I'm just going to start clicking them randomly and then reacting to them, because I don't think it's nice if I think about the answers. So I'm just going to click them randomly and then see what question I've clicked. Can you talk about how you created the sound world, the expansiveness? That's kind of what I was just talking about. I'm fascinated, like I said about Sadist before, I'm fascinated about the intersection of opposing forces. I listed them off before, so I won't list them off again. But in terms of this question specifically, that would be electronics and organic sound sources. And the collision or the intersection of those things is absolutely fascinating. I find it interesting. And something that has been really, really cool to explore is taking organic sound sources. So like, what's the most organic thing we might think of? Like natural would be like, what's the most natural sound source? Maybe the human voice, or the sound of thunder, or wind, or maybe a violin. It's a made object. It's kind of a machine, but it's still a string resonating a chamber of wood. These are all natural, organic sounds in my mind. But when you take those sounds and you make them sound synthetic or sound like a machine, it's really an interesting sound. So like, you take that violin, but you filter it. You tune it in a different way to how it was played. You add strange effects to it. It kind of sounds really like, almost like the living part of that violin is like captured by the machine. It's like trying to break out, or the human voice would be the same. And then whilst you have all those sounds that sound really cool in the production, you go the other way at the same time. You take electronic sound sources. So you take a synthesizer and you say, how organic, how alive can I make this sound? So like, you would do that. Sorry, I'm just smiling because a deer ran off away from me over there, but it was too fast to show you. But yeah, you take this, what am I saying? You take an electronic sound source and you make it sound organic and living. So you add imperfection, you add loads of automation, you sample it, you resample it, you use like filters, like formant filters, to make it sound like a voice. You take it really far, and then it's like the machine is like breaking out into life. And when that's happening, when the kind of organic sounds are like trapped in electronics and the electronic sounds are striving to be alive, there's this sense of yearning that's really in the production and the sound design. And I love that feeling of yearning. I think it's so beautiful. I think it's such an inherent part of being alive. Like if you build a cage around like a tree, it can still melt through because it's reaching for the sun. Do you know what I mean? Like it's longing for the sun. Like the things that we will do to stay alive or to protect someone that we love. Like life wants to live itself. I find it so obvious, but also so deeply beautiful and moving that we're all yearning for more life. And so that's always on my mind when I'm thinking about production. Okay, sticking to the bit, I'm just going to click a random one. Favorite line lyric from each song. I kind of spoke about Someday already. While I wish I could change your mind, even more I wish your mind had never changed. I feel almost emotional just saying that one. That really is exactly how I felt about that situation. So that's the line from Someday. From Sadist, it's probably the kind of build up after the bridge into the last chorus. Even in the falling ash, in the wood charred black, with nothing left, even in the dust of the love you lost, in the early frost that takes your crop, in the life not lived, the road unworn, the shadow beside me, the rose's thorn. I'll never know, no one can. All I have is now, and now is all I am. That's a bit long to be my favourite lyric. I guess my favourite lyric is maybe even in the dust of the love you lost, in the early frost that takes your crop. Maybe that one. And then the next song is Wildflower. That one was fun to... the chorus repeats 3 times, but the lyrics are different every time. So it's like 3 stages of a relationship that I went through. So the first time I say, it's strange the way I don't know why I see wildflowers in your eyes. It's strange the way I don't know how to spend my days without you now. That's saying it's strange, like it's almost impossible that I am so obsessed with you, so fascinated by you. I see like a flower in your eyes and I don't even know what to do with myself when you're not around, you know? And then in the second chorus, it's similar, but it's not the same. It's strange the way I don't know why you drift away and I don't mind. It's heavy, you know? It's strange the way I don't know how to admit we lost the flame we found. So that's like clearly you're in a different stage of that relationship. It's a very different feeling. And then to kind of go full circle and kind of, you know, at the beginning I say 2 of us in a field, and it's the really lovely one about wildflowers and stuff. Then at the end it's 2 of us in a field, afraid to talk, afraid to mark the end. So now it's like full circle, but it's different, and it's trying to, that song I guess is about like, you know, a relationship where there's still love, but it's changed. And you have to, you know, you can't be together, but it's kind of beautiful in a painful way. So that very last time, it's strange the way I don't know why, even though you won't be mine, in some way I don't know how, I'll never lose the love we found. Again, I didn't answer that question quite right. I don't really have a favourite single lyric from that song. And from Someday, no, that's the first one, from Summer Rain, the last song, I would say my favourite lyric from that is just at the end when I say, what is it? Serpent's tooth, a holy breath, a dance along the road to death, gentle but unafraid, summer rain. It's probably that dance along the road to death. I just think that image is nice. It's kind of cheesy and sweet almost, and kind of childish, but also really deep, and kind of sums up what that song is all about. The desire to be gentle but also unafraid. And unafraid kind of means brave and strong and rah, you know, unafraid, but also to be gentle and kind and quiet and still. And the other line in that song that sums that up, I say, you know, I'd like to stay young, forever wild, keep a garden. That's 2 different things. So it's to stay young, forever wild, you know? I'd like to stay young all the time, but also keep a garden, raise a child. That's like, how can you have both of those things? To whisper a scream, stay awake in the dream. Yeah. Anyway, I've spent a bit long on that question. Onwards, on I go. Look, dusk is fading. It's getting quite dark. I'm going to wander down. And like I said, I'm not going to read these questions. I'm just going to scroll fast and hit a random one. What is this one? No, I've already answered favourite track. It's Wildflower. What's this one? If you were to choose one flower or plant to associate with this, what would it be? That's a cute question. Maybe a willow tree. Okay. What's this one? I'm going to walk at the same time, try to get back to the light. It's a bit dark here in the trees. Favourite collab moment, someone bringing something to the music and you thinking, yeah. Oh man, so many. One was Jordan Smart playing the saxophone bridge of Summer Rain. Writing that with him was just so fun. I'm such a fan of his music and the bands he's in. Another moment was recording Nate Smith on the drums in London. That was a big day. Jasper and I, we got on the train, we went up to London, we went to a big studio. We had 2 amazing engineers with us, and it was a big day. Nate Smith was in the middle of a tour. If you don't know who Nate Smith is, he's really, really a remarkable drummer. So this was quite a big deal for me and Jasper. We were quite nervous. And yeah, we hit record and just one take. He just played it and it was just fucking so cool. So that drumming in Sadist, because it's in that fast 5/8, you know, It's not that easy, and he just nailed it. He also played crazy cross rhythms over the 5. It was super cool. Okay, what is next? Okay, I am just going to do it. So I just scroll and hit one. Oh, what's happened here? I accidentally nearly reported it. I don't want to report it. What's the story behind Sadist and Someday? How much battery have I got? It's good. I would probably stay here forever talking to you guys if it wasn't for my battery. So it's probably good that my battery is not full. Okay, the story behind Someday is that song is just, it's hard to sum up. I wrote that one with tears in my eyes. I wrote that one feeling a lot. I just couldn't quite understand how it was possible that I was drifting apart from someone that I really loved. I couldn't quite accept it, I was like, and this song is really me really thinking about that feeling. I'm like, fuck, this is the reality of what is going on. And it's so sad. And I think the fact that I started singing with hope, knowing that there was no hope, is what made it so sad. One day we'll be young again and I'll ask if you see who I am. You'll tell me love is easy. It's like one day it's all going to be fine. But for now, and then it drops into the reality of the situation. So that's what Someday is about. Someday is not a cheery number. And Sadist, I think I've spoken about enough in this live stream. It's about dualism. It's about all the parts of us that pull us in all sorts of directions at the same time. But how all we really are and all we ever will be is now. Now is all I have. Now is all I am. Okay, I'm going in again. I'm scrolling randomly. I'm hitting a question. Favorite collab moment? I already did that one. So that's weird. They don't go down the bottom, even once I've answered them. What's the connection? Someday? Aha. Okay. So, it's not really being clear to me how secretive or not secretive to be about everything else around this EP. The things that are yet to come, the way the things in this EP connect to the things that are already out. This is one connection that I'm happy someone has seen. Fuel on the Fire and Someday are indeed linked. And I hope to slowly reveal that they're linked even more extremely than you might think. But yes, they're linked. I'm really happy you've seen that. I don't think now is the time for me to say it. Oh, thanks for that message. That's nice. But yeah, they are linked. They are linked. And you've seen exactly the link there. The drought and the rain. Across all of this stuff that I am excited to share with you, like the water represents something very specific. And so also to all the elements, they all have a kind of specific representation for me. Like water is to do with nourishment, like it's to do with nourishment and the source and vitality and kind of like blood. It's hard to explain, but it's the opposite. Like water is what quenches thirst in these songs. Okay, I think I'll do just 2 more. So if there's anything you'd like to know, it doesn't have to be about dusk, actually. As you can see, dusk is kind of nearly over anyway. So you can ask me anything if you would like to. You just, I think you hit the question mark in the bottom right as opposed to writing it as a comment. But yeah, I'll answer 2 more of these and then I'll wish you on your way. This has been nice. It's very strange I can't actually see your faces and that, but it's cool. Let's go to the top. When you wrote the songs. When you wrote the songs, did you think you would share them? That's funny. I don't know, that feels funny. It's like, when you wrote them, did you think you... Or did I think, no, I will never share these? But fair enough, I guess that is like a legit question in some ways. Like, what that's making me think is that there are two places that the desire to write a song comes from in me. And one of them is really natural and healthy, and one of them is not. So sometimes there have been periods in my life where I've thought, I need to write a song to achieve X, Y, Z. You know, I need to write a song that appeals to this type of person or this genre or this kind of thing. You know, I'm like trying to write something to fit in. Those songs have never... Those songs I'm not really proud of. Some of them may or may not be out. Most of them are not out. Those songs. The songs that are kind of have something different about them are the ones that are not for any external place. You're not thinking, oh, I want this to like be shaped to fit in anywhere. It's more like you're a spring and water is coming out of you, or you're a window and something is coming through you, or your leaves on the trees and sunlight is shining through you. Something is coming through you that is not you. It's like, imagine if you were going to have a kid with someone and you thought, okay, well, I want this kid to be like this genre of child. You know what I mean? I want them to be like this genre and do this kind of thing and be into this and whatever. That is not the right reason, in my opinion, to have a kid. You know, it's something that is born out of a feeling and it creates something beautiful. And I feel the same about songwriting, you know, born of a feeling that you're so in that something is being created, something comes out. So that's kind of how I feel like answering your question when I wrote the songs. Did I think I would share them? The answer is no. Sharing them was not even slightly on my mind. They were just coming out of me, you know? Okay, there's 3 new questions. I said I would answer only 2 more, and there's 3 here. Now, I must say this is making me feel a little bit out of touch with the internet, because I don't know where the new questions appear. Like when I scroll through this list, they're not at the top. The ones at the top I've already seen. The ones at the bottom I've already seen. So how do I know? Oh, maybe they're the ones with profile pictures. Someone said, did I ever sit with plant medicine? No. I will tell you something. I've actually never been drunk. Fun fact. I don't feel drawn to substances. But I really have nothing against them either. At all. And I'm not against them. It's just not something that I'm super drawn to. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think the ones... Okay. What was the inspiration for Old One? Okay. I'll answer this, and then one more, and then it will be dark. And I will be gone. I will go in there, into the deep, dark woods, never to be seen again. Old One is not really complicated what it's about. It's my kind of call, my prayer, my request to be reminded of what I am beneath the thinking mind. You know, what my body is, where I'm from, where I belong, that I am mud and dust and, you know, I am all of these things. So like that's what that song is about. But I'm the body. It's about being reminded of the body, I guess, and its connection to nature as it is nature. But also the kind of miracle of consciousness, I guess, and the kind of ethereal magic of being alive. So like, I say, make me a melody, Old One, you know, a melody. It's like, make me into music. And I say, make me sure, remind me I'm the animal. So that's kind of meant to be the one is make me a melody, this kind of, you know, and then make me sure, remind me I'm the animal who dances for the dawn. And then it's not so complicated what it's about here. I think we're fading old one, lost indoors. We give our lives to glowing lights. It's lonely like you warned. It's like, it's a shame to me that we are so technologically advanced, you know, so intelligent in our inventions and our data, but so stupid in other ways. We've lost a lot of knowledge, in my opinion. A lot of knowledge about intuition and the body. Yeah. Okay, guys. This has been nice. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being here with me. It's really lovely sharing music with you. And yeah, I hope to see you on tour sometime. Yeah, I think we're good. If there's anything you want to say, you can say it in just the chat, not in the question box. I am actually gonna walk into that wood now. Okay. It's so weird. I wish I could hear you guys. I wish I could hear. We could be chatting together. Okay. Love. Thank you. From my heart to yours, Dusk. Enjoy. Mwah.